Kane and Lynch Dead Men was a game with enormous potential. Next to living the lives of space marines, knights, magicians, and elves, for some reason living the life of a master criminal who is capable of pulling off daring bank heists is an incredibly geeky dream. That's why we love the movie Heat so much. But the original Kane and Lynch was also a critical disaster. So is Kane and Lynch 2 Dog Days the result of lessons learned, or is this just another game that should be passed by? Kane and Lynch 2 is a third-person action shooter in the same vein as Gears of War and the Army of Two series. Players mow down enemies in their path from point A to B in modern-day China. Along the way, gamers pick up the weapons of their fallen enemies and continue on their rampage. While the premise of the original Kane and Lynch felt an awful lot like the movie Heat, Kane and Lynch 2 feels more like the films Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels and Snatch, just without the clever dialogue, the witty humor, or the good plot.
So, how'd you like Shanghai, Kane?
It's fucked. I hate it.
Yeah, I love it too. You know you can get your hair washed and a shag for 51. Bloody brilliant.
Instead of committing a fantastic crime for themselves, Kane and Lynch are in a cat-and-mouse game with some crime lords from their past. The characters no longer carry the aura of master criminals, but instead they feel like washed-up middle-aged men who have given up on trying. The entire game is shot from the perspective of an unnamed third person who is apparently filming a documentary or something. It's unclear whether or not the camera person exists. At times he appears to take up space, like in the back seat of a car, and when he dies the camera rolls out of his hand, but at the same time he doesn't appear to be part of Kane and Lynch's crew because he doesn't seem to be hard-pressed to escape with them. It's also odd that neither Kane nor Lynch ever acknowledge his presence, especially when they're trying to act on the stealthier side. Nothing gives away your position faster than a mute person following you around with a hand camera. Though it might seem like a great idea on paper, the hand camera effect is incredibly annoying. The screen shakes more than the beach landing in Saving Private Ryan, and the camera fades in and out of focus, complete with some minor video distortion. With the constant blood and water effects splashing against the screen, the game becomes a major eye strain and in a very short amount of time. Turning the shaking camera off in the options makes the game more playable, but all the video effects seem to be attempting to cover up the less than stellar graphics. During most dialogue scenes, the speaker's mouth is either covered or the camera is focusing somewhere else due to poor lip syncing.
You're coming with us.
You think you big man, oh big man, eh? Shooting girl.
What are you talking about?
When someone is shot in the face, or if there's any nudity, the game covers up the offending area with a blur effect popularly seen on the show Cops. Again, it feels like a cheap effect to cover up some lazy programming. After mowing down dozens of enemies at close range with a shotgun, we highly doubt anyone is going to be super offended by a penis or a mangled face on screen. The gun selection is nice, and Kane and Lynch 2 has made some huge improvements in their aiming mechanics. When enemies are behind cover, there is an issue with the game that won't register shots that should clearly be hits. While you're behind cover, on the other hand, you'll receive plenty of rounds through the walls and from enemies making near impossible shots. The AI does its best to advance on you from cover to cover, but there are times when the enemy will walk right by you and take cover behind you. Once you make your way to the final stage, Kane and Lynch 2 delivers one of the most anticlimactic endings we've seen in a while. For a crime-action drama, this story is terrible. Kane and Lynch 2 isn't all bad, though. The co-op is wonderful fun if you and a friend just want to turn off your brains and shoot the bull, but when it all boils down, we're yet again pretty disappointed with Kane and Lynch. If you want to play some great third-person shooters, check out the Army of Two, the Gears of War, or Uncharted series. They'll definitely deliver more bang for your buck in both single-player and multiplayer departments. If you're a third-person shooter junkie, then by all means give Kane and Lynch 2 a try, but we recommend renting it first. For everyone else, it's probably safe to avoid this lackluster title.
You okay? No. Sorry, this went to shit. It's all right. Guess I screwed up. Let's just get the hell out of Shanghai. Fucking China.